Hello everybody. Today I'll be doing some 5x5 example solves. These example solves will specifically be using YAO because that's the method I switched to last year. If you want to see reduction example solves, I put one up on my channel last year. But today I've been asked by quite a few people to do example solves on YAO. So that's what I'm going to do today, and I'll definitely get through one. I'll try and get through two, and if I don't, then I'm sorry. I'll do the first one on green because I only really solve green. I do solve on white cross from time to time when I'm doing 5x5, although it is rarely. So if I get to do a second solve today, then I'll do it on white, but the first one will be on green. And I'll try and get through an example solve fairly fast. So this is more intermediate. So you already have to know YAO on 4x4 if you really want to understand what's going on in this solve. So because I only do green, I start off my solve by looking at the green and blue centers to see what I can sort of build up. And there's a couple things that stand out to me. This is a pretty easy case that I have here because I already have a 2x2 block on green, but if you see here, I have on blue a 2x1 here, a 2x1 here, one here, and another one here. So that's 4 2x1s already matched up. So I think I would start with the blue cross, or rather the blue center, but I'd also do it in a way that I would preserve this 2x2 for green. So I can see I would line this up like this and then pair it up with the center 2x1 to create a 2x2. Then I would pair this 2x1 up with this 2x2 to create a 2x3. Then I know I have another 2x1 left and it's right here, so I'll look for the last sort of centerpiece, which is right here. So I'll pair these up to create the 1x3, and then I'll finish the blue center. And also, to keep this 2x2 on green preserved, I'll just have to move it out of the way so I can take this one down and complete the blue cross while preserving this 2x2. So if I look around now, I can see I have nothing else paired up. So what I'll do is I'll create one 2x1 and then pair it up with this to create a 2x3. So you can see I have a sort of center here and one here. So I'd pair these up like so to create the 2x1, and then I would match them up with this 2x2, and that's the 2x3. And then I can see I haven't got green centers on either of these two faces, so they're going to be on these ones here. So what I can do is I can match this center with this one, and then I'll just match the last one with it to create the 3x1, and then I'll just finish the center now. Next I go into my cross edges, so I do my cross edges on the M slice. The first thing I see is this green and orange and this green and orange, so I'd match them up like so, and the last one is right there, so I'd match that up with like so, and then match it up with the green center. Next, what I do, I can see I have a green and red here and a green and red here, so all I have to do is this, and that pairs those two up. And my last one is right here, so I can just bring this last green and red into the M slice and then pair it up like so, and then slot it into the cross. Next, I can see it's very easy because I already have this green and yellow solved, and the last one is right here, so I just need to do one slice and that pairs the entire edge up, and then I'll slot it into the cross as well. Now I'll go on to do my centers. So first thing I noticed when I finished the cross edges was I had this 1x3 already paired up, so I'd immediately go into doing the yellow cross, or rather the yellow center, and I can see I have a 2x1 here and another center here. So what I'll do here is I create this center 1x3 and then pair it up with this 1x3 here to create a 2x3. When I was doing that, I noticed that this 2x1 was already paired up and the last center is right here. So in order not to mess up any of the cross edges that I've solved, I'd have to move them out of the way, and then I can pair this 1x2 with this last center and then match it in to complete the entire yellow center. Next I would go on to the orange center, and this is sort of like a specialized case, but what I do here is you can see I have a 1x2 matched up with this. So what I do is I create a 1x3 with this center here, like so, and then I can see that I have no orange centers on this, so everything else is left on this face here. So what I do is I pair up the orange sort of like centerpiece with these two edges here, and then I would put them back where they were to create that 2x3 right there. In doing that, I kept this 2x1 preserved, and the last center on the orange is right here. So I take it out like this, match it up with the 1x2 to create the 1x3, and then finish the orange center like that. Next, I can see for my last two centers, I have this 1x3 on red, and I have this 1x3 on red. So I just pair them up to create the 2x3, and the last one I would pair this center up with this one, and then pair this one up with the 1x2 and finish the last two centers. So going on to the last cross edge, what I noticed immediately was that this green and white, these two were already matched up, so I only needed the midge, which is right here. So I can bring this into the M slice like so, and then match it up to create the last edge. And then what I do, instead of taking it out and then inserting it, what I do instead is that I'll just do this small trick where you can do or prime, U prime, or U, and that puts the last edge in even though you don't have to realign your centers. So going on to edges now, the first thing that I noticed was that this yellow and blue right here and this one can be easily paired up like so. And looking around the cube, the last yellow and blue that I need is right here. So I can just do this and that will pair up the first edge. Another thing that I also noticed was that this white and orange is now paired up, although this midge needs to be flipped. So what I'll do is I'll just take this yellow and blue out, and instead of flipping this here, I just put it into the top layer and preserve it until the end. So I'll just move on to my next edge. So I can see I have a white and blue right here and a white and blue right here. So yeah, I'll take that white and orange out, and then I'll slice over, and that would create the 2x1. And the last blue and white is right here. So I'll put that into the E slice, paired up, and then the next edge that I notice is that this orange and yellow is paired up. So I put this into the E slice, and the last sort of edge that needs to go with this is over here. So I'll just put it into the E slice, slice over, and then put it into the top layer. And now what I'll do, because I still need to flip this, but what I'll do is I'll realign my centers and then start doing the last four edges. So I'll just forget about this flipped edge here and just go on to last four centers now. What I notice is that at the back here I have a blue and red already paired up, and the last one is here. So what I'll do is I'll take this edge out, then I'll double slice to pair up the blue and red, and then I'll replace it with the edge that I took out, and then double slice back. Now what I see is I have the red and white, these two are paired up, and the last one is right here. So what I could do is just take it out. I could replace it with the flipped edge, but what I'll do instead is I'll take this edge out at the back here, and then I'd flip, or then I'd slice, replace it with this edge here, and that would leave me with this. So I'm on to the last 3 edges here, but I'm still wary of the fact that I need to flip this. So this is more like a last 2 edges case, so what I can just do here is slice over, flip, and slice back, and then I'll just do parity on this to flip it and then solve the edge, and then it's on to 3x3 stage. So I pair up this, you can see the green, white and orange is right here, and here's the edge that has to go with, so I pair it up and then insert it in to solve that. I can see this yellow and orange is already in its place, so the corner is right here, so I just do triple sexy and then solve this F2L case. Next, what I do is this green, yellow and red, and the yellow and red edge, and what I do is I put the edge in where it's supposed to go without the corner, and then I'd pair the corner and edge up like so, and then I'd finish that case. And then this yellow and red is already in the spot again without the corner, so just triple sexy again like so, and then OLL and PLL. Okay, really quickly, I think I'll try and speed it up a bit more, but I will try and get in a example solve on white cross. So looking at the white and yellow here, it's a bit of a tough case because nothing's really paired up besides this yellow bar here. So what I do is I'd create a 1x2 with the center, and then create a 2x2 with this. Next, I can see I have center here, so I create another 1x2, and then like so to create the 2x3. And then I just have to pair up this last 1x3, so these two, and then the last one is right here, and then pair them up with the center. So I have a 1x3 here, so what I do is I put this center right here, and that would create a T case. So I can use this center that's right here and do this to create the 2x3. It's a very common trick that I think most people should know at this stage. And then to pair up the last 1x3, I pair up these two like that, and the last one is right here. So just double slice and then place it in to the center. Immediately starting, I have this white and orange here, and the last one is right here. So put this into the M slice, slice up to create the 2x1, and then finish pairing it up and put it into the cross. Next, I would do the green and white. So you can see the image is right here and one of the wings is here. So by doing this, I'll put them both into the M slice, and then I can pair them up. And the last one is right here. So I'll put this into the M slice, pair it up, and then pair it up with the cross. For the last one, I can see I already have this white and blue on the M slice, and one of the wings is right here. So I can just double slice like so, and the last one is right here. So into the M slice, double slice, and then what I'll do is you can see I have the white and orange here and the white and green edge here. So technically the white and blue should go there, but instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it right there. So I'm going to solve it incorrectly, but when I pair up my last cross edge at the end after doing centers, I'll be able to just sort of do like a 3-move insert and then solve the cross without having to realign centers. But going on to the centers now, you can see for green I have this 1x2 and this 1x2. But what I'll do first is I would create a 1x2 using this center and this center, and then pair it up to create a 2x2, and then pair this one up with it to create the 2x3. For the last one, you can see I have these, all three centers are here, so I just solve it like this. And then what I do, you can see I have a 1x3 in red here. Bless me. But you can see I have a 1x3 in red right here and one right here. So in order to preserve this, I just preserve it like that. And then to solve, I just finish solving this green cross, and that would already have solved a 2x3 for red. For the last 1x3 on red, you can see two of the centers are right here, and the last one is here. So I pair up this one with this, double flick, and then slice it back, so we have this 1x3, and then just finish off the red cross. For the last two centers, you can see I have this sort of like 1x3 on blue and a 2x1 here. So I pair this 2x1 up with this one here to create a 1x3, like so, and then I would match it up with the other 1x3 to create the 2x3. And for this, I already have these two paired up, so pair it up into the 1x3 and then finish the last two centers. So for this last cross edge, you can see it's white and red that I have to do, and both of the wings are right here. So what I'll do is, for the midge, which is right here, I would put it into the E-slice, slice over to create this 2x1, and the last one's right here, so slice again, and then pair up the white and red cross edge. So you can see, instead of taking it out and realigning, I don't have to do that because I solved one of these incorrectly. So I can just put this where it's supposed to go, and then solve the white and blue one just normally. And then what that does, it finishes the cross, but I also don't have to realign my centers. So you can see I have the green and orange right here, but it needs to be flipped, and the last one is here. So into the E-slice, slice over, flip, slice back, that solves it. I would go with yellow and red next. The wings are here and here, so like so, and then I can see the midges here, so I can slice over like this, and then I can bring this midge into the E-slice like this, and then slice over to finish pairing that up. Next I would go with the yellow and orange, so one of the wings is right here and the midge is here, so pair it up, and the last one is right at the back here, so I need to flip this and then double slice over. Next I would go with the orange and blue, so the midge is already here and one of the wings is here, so into the E-slice, pair them up, and the last one is right here, so I need to slice again to finish the 1x3 edge, and then put that into the top layer, so all of my 4 edges on the top layer are solved, and then realign my centers. So what I can see is I have these two 2x1s, so I'll just solve these like individually. So I'll solve the blue and red first, so this one's already paired up with the 2x1, and the last one's here, so I can just slice, flip, slice back. For the last 3 edges, you can see I have this 2x1 and this 2x1, so, and I also have this, but it needs to be flipped, but its last sort of wing is right here, so I can just slice over, flip, and slice back. And what that leaves me with is a bit of an awkward case, because the last two edges are like on the opposite side of the cube, so you can see this one and this one. So what I need to do is I need to take this out from the back and then pair it up so it's adjacent from it, or well, opposite. And then to solve this last 2 edges case, what I'll do is I'll rotate U, and then I'll just do the normal parity out that would solve these last 2 edges. And then the crosses just will move away again. Going into 3x3 stage now, I can see I have this green, white and orange, and the edge is right here. So just 3 move to pair it up, and then insert it. I can see in doing that I paired up this white, orange and blue at the back, so I just insert it from the back. What I do is I pair up this blue and red with the corner here, like so, and then insert it. And then for the last one, it's flipped in already, and the last corner is right here, so I can just pair them up like this, take it out, and then insert the pair. I would do COLL, so just the note like that, and then that would just leave them with the corners solved and just the edges to do. So I'm sorry if that was a bit difficult to follow along. I did try and go kind of fast, but at the same time I tried to make it understandable. If some of the things that happen in that you don't understand, just leave it down in the comments and I will answer whatever questions you have. But if you have any more suggestions for videos that you think I should do, just tell me and I will make them. So that's going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you learned something from it, and I hope you can apply some of the techniques that I showed you to your own selves. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.